No regrets. I've actually driven this car many times in this league, so I'm very used to it. And I thought I'd stick with it for another season. So RedBull Ring, not a round I was particularly looking forward to. The first half of the track features a couple of long straights with heavy braking zones, and these generally aren't my strong point. But as you'll see from qualifying here, I actually do quite well. So here's me starting my quickest lap. I've just done a 28.3 there, just slightly improving my time. So through the first bend, and I think that was the best I'd taken it in all practice, and definitely in qualifying. And as you'll see when I come down to, well, what's officially turn 3, but to me it's really only the second bend, I am more than 3 tenths up on my fastest time so far. I've taken that quite well. I was a little bit wide on the apex, but it maintained speed quite well and got a nice exit. And then down to what I think is the trickiest braking zone on the circuit. You don't want to brake too early, but then if you brake too late, you're in a world of trouble. As you can see there, I've taken that pretty nicely. And now on to what is the best, my favourite part of the track, and definitely the bit that the pug likes the best. And this all goes really well. This was the best lap I'd done here in practice. I just scraped into the high 27s, and yeah, I beat that by a fair bit on this lap. So yeah, coming into the final 2 bends, take that quite nicely using all of the track. Turning a bit early on that one, so not the best run through. But as I complete the lap, and it's a 27.8. So to be honest, I was pretty surprised with that lap. I'd done 27 high 27.9s in practice to do a 28, a low 27.8. I was really pleased with, and it actually put the pug on pole. So yeah, I was really surprised with that. So we got Lorenzi on second, and Gears in third. Though he's going to drop down in that Supra. Nike in fourth, Hubie in fifth, Hat Maris in sixth. So let's see how many positions I lose. So actually I get a decent takeoff. Lorenzi's is slightly better, but I think I'm going to go into the first bend still in the lead, almost. And then yeah, I have to give way to Lorenzi on the inside. But consequently I get a better run out the bend, so I'm a little bit on the attack here against the Audi. He's keeping the inside covered, so I'm just coming alongside on the outside. Braking late, trying not to be too late, and I've got to leave space there because Nike was there and don't get the best run out of the second bend. And I've got an AMG Mercedes on my arse, and that thing is a bit quick in a straight line compared to my car, and he's up my inside, so I need to leave space. And as we can see now on the TV camera, we're side by side through there, no contact. I'm still on the inside, so you would have thought I'm favourite to maintain the positions, but Hubie is slightly ahead, and I don't want to run into him, so I was a little bit conservative there, and he's done me round the outside. So fair play to Hubie on that move. Now back with my onboard. My next target is not to lose any more positions and just to try and stay in the slipstream, which I'm well in at the moment. To just round the final 2 bends, which I tend to be a little bit conservative on, especially early in a race, because it's so easy to run wide and pick up a penalty, particularly from the penultimate bend. So on to lap 2. So up through the tricky first bend, very easy to run wide there and pick up a penalty. But we take that nicely. We're in the slipstream still, but we are dropping back slowly. So you can see from the TV camera that we're all in a chain, as you would expect at the end of the beginning of the second lap of a sprint race. And I've got Nike behind me. I'm still in slipstream with the cars in front, but I'm gradually dropping back. So my attention now really is turned to the guys behind. with the idea of not slipping back any further in this race, which was my concern going into this circuit, or any circuit to be honest, that has long straights and heavy braking zones. Not really my forte as a driver, and definitely not forte of the pub. Well, the braking is, the accelerating a bit less so in the top end. So I've not had a great second lap. As you can see now, I'm nearly a second. So I am now a second behind Huey, still in the slipstream, but obviously B2B getting to a lesser effect. So I really need to try and nail the first bend here, which I don't do, unfortunately, and I'm just over onto the sausage there, so very likely to get a penalty, which I do pick up. So that's the front two gone really now, unfortunately. They've broken the slipstream of the cars behind, and Hubi is nicely in Lorenzi's slipstream, and Nike, who's now leading the race for third, has no slipstream. So it's going to be, unless two guys ahead start fighting, it's going to be difficult for us guys to catch up. And as you can see, Nike's got downshift gears right behind him with interest there. So swinging into the middle sector. I was a little bit hot going in there, but not too bad. Much better on that bend, and I seem to have picked up my rim a little bit after that mistake that's given me the penalty. Not really nailing the last section of the lap there. I do find, particularly last bend, I find it quite tricky. Very close to there on the first bend, but that's how you got to take it. If you want to go through there quickly, you need to run it close to the lines. So if you look ahead, Gears is there making a move on Nike into what I'm going to call T2, but see the great exit that Nike gets in that Ferrari, and somehow he manages to get himself ahead again, and then goes defensive into T3 with me now right back on, because they're battling. I've managed to get right back on their tail again. See Gears is now on the outside coming into this middle sector again. Knight managed to hold him off, and I'm sort of sniffing around to see if there's any positions to be picked up. And now we're looking rearwards from Knight's car. You can see how close I am to Gears, and see Gears is not far behind Knight there. Less than half a second, I would say, or around a half a second. Now, I wouldn't be feeling too comfortable if I was leading this group of cars, but it's something that doesn't seem to bother Knight too much. Gears all very close to going wide there. I swear I was no wider than that when I got my penalty, but I guess I must have been maybe a little too far. Great first sector there from 90Cs, actually went purple through the first sector, but with the nature of the slipstream, it's just kept the guys behind, namely Gears and myself, right on his tail. Just in the background there, we've got Rentek and Hat Maris trying to close up. Well, in fact, Rentek is with us now, so now we've got a 4-car chain that could actually become a 7-car chain if the 3 cars in the background catch up. So through the 2 quick left-handers in the middle sector, or this sort of left-right section, which Knight's taking nicely. All of us following through in a line there. And the Supra catching up towards the end of the stroke with the slipstream. love these camera angles you can get on Gran Turismo Sport. As we cross the line to start the 6th lap, the front two are now long gone, but 3rd through 7th is really up for grabs. Who's going to finish in which position? As we see there, Gears has got a nice run down the straight, and now we see it from my on board, so he's actually got himself alongside, but Knight's kept the inside covered. And they both brake nicely, but Nike's a little bit deep, and then Gears again gets the run. He gets the undercut, but that Ferrari pull out of those slow bends has enabled him to stay alongside. But you would have thought Gears is the favourite here. But Nike has broken a little bit later, and side by side they go through. Gears is still slightly ahead, but Nike's not giving it up, and now that's given me the chance to get almost alongside. And fair play, Nike's nose was still in, so Gears is left in space. We've all got through down now. I get sucked in here and I brake too late and tap the back of Gears, and then that's let Rensek now get up on the outside of me, and now we're coming into the penultimate bed side by side, but I am slightly behind, so I decide that I'll back out of that one. The race hasn't gone too well, really. So I didn't want to make it get any worse. So now, unfortunately, going into the last lap, I'm down in 6th. Remembering that I started on pole, so yeah, not such a good race for me. So I'm just hoping not to lose any more positions. But I get a bit of a glimmer of hope there, because Gears has picked up a penalty. I think he actually cut the inside slightly on that bit rather than the usual going wide. So that drops him down now behind me, so I'm back up to 5th. And still, 3rd is still out of the question if the guys in front make a mistake or something happens. But it's looking unlikely. So down into this tricky downhill right-hander, I took that quite nicely. Still well in the slipstream and only 3 tenths behind Rensek in front, but there's really not an opportunity from now until the end of the lap to overtake unless someone in front makes a mistake. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish 5th here, but we'll see. It's just coming up into the penultimate bend, and Rensek takes a fair bit of curb. The Honda doesn't like it, and well, it's allowed me round the outside, so very fortunate into the race for me. Well, unfortunate for others, unfortunate for me, so I managed to get back from 6th to 4th without actually making an overtake. So yeah, 4th place. If you'd asked me before the race and qualifying if I'd have happy been that, I'd have said yes, but obviously starting from pole position, that's not the best result from me, but still keeps me ticking over in the championship, so yeah, not bad.